Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lux, the channel dedicated to all things rich and luxurious. Patrick Mahomes was born in Tyler, Texas in September 1995. He played quarterback at White House High School, where he also played baseball and basketball. He played for Texas Tech before being drafted as the 10th pick in the first round of the 2017 NFL Draft by the Kansas City Chiefs. While Mahomes is only 23, his performance has been outstanding so far. He is the second youngest person to win the NFL's MVP award and has many other amazing accomplishments. He was an instrumental part in the Kansas City Chiefs winning their first AFC Championship game in 26 years. Currently, Patrick Mahomes' net worth is estimated at $10 million. However, after proving himself to be a superstar, many NFL analysts predict that Patrick's next contract will be unlike anything that the league has ever seen before. He became eligible for an extension as soon as the Super Bowl ends, so his net worth is still on the rise. Join us as we explore exactly what Patrick Mahomes has spent his millions on. But first, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed to the channel, make sure you turn on notifications as we are releasing new videos. Number 7. 10 million, you say? Unlike many quarterbacks in the National Football League right now, Patrick Mahomes doesn't have a contract that is worth many tens of millions of dollars. In fact, in his current contract, he's projected to make $2.4 million, with incentive money and bonuses if he wins the Super Bowl against the 49ers. That may seem low for a guy who was the MVP in the previous NFL season and has had such a dynamic impact on the Kansas City Chiefs, including taking them to the first Super Bowl in 50 years. The problem here isn't a lack of talent, but rather a good pay system. Up until a couple of years ago, rookies in the NFL were making much more than the veterans, despite never having played it down in the NFL. So a new system was put into place to put a more mild amount on the contracts so they could have money to live, but also not be so rich that they could just retire after 1 year if they wanted to. This seriously happened, for the record, in terms of money, as the number 1 pick got $60 million for his contract would have that guaranteed money. The belief is that once Patrick Mahomes gets out of his current contract, which will be the end of this current NFL season, he's likely to get something along the lines of a $200 million contract across 5 to 6 years, which is more than fair given his talent and young age. But let's get back to the question at hand. Is he worth millions? Absolutely. While his rookie contract may be small in terms of value overall, it's still worth millions every single year. Not to mention the fact that there's a little thing called endorsements and sponsorship deals. Mahomes is not only a likable guy, but he's a big name in the NFL, thanks to his past couple years of play. So between Head & Shoulders, State Farm, and more, he's got plenty of money in the bank. Number 6. Genesis G70 Luxury Sedan. This particular entry is a little bit of cheating, but it's hard not to talk about. Patrick Mahomes no doubt has many cars at his place, but one of the most special ones, no doubt, is a Genesis 670 luxury sedan that he won during his first Pro Bowl game. How does that work? Well, while the Pro Bowl may not have the glitz and glamour that it once had, there are still prizes for playing well. And if you win the MVP award at the end of the game, you get a brand new car. For Mahomes, he got the Genesis 670 luxury sedan, a car that is stated to be about $35,000 at its base level. Many even noted that the car was perfect for Mahomes because it wasn't too big, wasn't too small, was built for speed, and had a lot of power behind it. Not your typical kind of comment, but it's one that he likely took happily as he drove the car around. Number 5. Non-profit work. It's always good to see that players like Mahomes are waiting to give back to the people around them who cheer him on from the stands, at home, in restaurants, etc. For Mahomes, he helps out in the Kansas City area with the Veterans Community Project, a nonprofit that's building a specialized community network of tiny homes and services dedicated to supporting every man and woman who served, also known as Tiny House for Homeless Vets. The founder of the Veterans Community Project, Chris Stout, is a former U.S. Army corporal who was wounded in Afghanistan. His own transition to civilian life was marked by trouble with PTSD and employment issues. Though not homeless himself, he noted how he was shocked at the insufficiencies he witnessed in the programs designed to help vets escape homelessness. So him and his friends left their jobs and helped set up this nonprofit and has been doing it for years. And Mahomes has come in to help make this nonprofit even more known. And while we can't confirm this, it's more than likely that he donated some money to the project so that even more houses can be built for veterans. Now, in terms of him actually helping building things, he really couldn't do much. After all, the last thing he needed was to hurt himself while hammering in a nail or something, right? But he helped out where he could, including painting the houses. Number 4. Home. As noted, Patrick Mahomes may not have the most money in the world right now compared to other big quarterbacks and players in the game. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't have a nice house that he spent a lot of money on. In fact, in May 2019, he went and spent about $2 million on a new home in the Kansas City area. More specifically though, the Chiefs quarterback recently purchased a $1.925 million home near the affluent Mission Hills Country Club. The 3,759 square foot house, which was built in 1953, includes 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a home gym, pool, and chef's kitchen. So yeah, it's a very nice house, and he shares it with his girlfriend, whom admits that she and Patrick have actually had a lot of renovations done to the house to make it fit them more, which no doubt cost even more money, which means that this is basically a $2 million home. Mahomes said during a tour of the house, quote, "Setting down roots in Kansas City was huge for us. I think the people are what we love most about Kansas City. We're trying to be here for a long time," end quote. Number 3. Shoe collection. I don't know what it is with certain athletes and the belief that they need to have a bunch of shoes, but if you find one that has a shoe collection, you're in for both a treat and a shock, because they will truly go all out to make sure they have the coolest shoes, the dopest looks, and more. And Patrick Mahomes was definitely on this list. In the home that we mentioned above, Patrick Mahomes showed off what he refers to as his shoe closet. Yes, he has a closet that is just for his shoes. What might even boggle your mind though was that at one time he had a lot more shoes than he does right now. He eventually narrowed his shoe closet down to 180 pairs, so he could wear each pair about twice a year. Talk about some tough decisions about daily wardrobe. His favorite pair was the Yeezy Boost 750 Triple Black. I can't even imagine having more than 5 pairs of shoes, but 180? Yeah, that seems a bit excessive, especially since he's apparently wearing these shoes a lot and isn't just admiring them like other collectors. The price of these pairs of shoes is unconfirmed, but you can bet that some of these are very high-end shoes, and thus you're looking at least $10,000 worth of shoes if we're being generous. Number 2. Training. Now, I'm sure you might think that training for a football player happens only in the recommended areas for the team, like on team practices and such. But remember, there is this thing called the off-season, and while OTAs and training camps are good and all, there are still some down months. And in those months, players can gain weight, get lax in their workouts, and more. But not Mahomes. He stays in good shape, and whether it's at a gym or somewhere else, he's playing to make sure that the moment the OTAs and practices start, that he's in the best shape he can be. We may not know all of his secrets and techniques, but you can bet on some of them. And it's really not surprising that he does this. After all, if he was to get lax and not be in the best shape, then he wouldn't be able to perform at a high level, which would limit what he would be able to do on the field. And Mahomes is a team player and would never want to drag anyone down because of laziness. Number 1. Hair. What? Come on. You know he spends money on that hair, and I'm not talking just shampoo and conditioner. I'm talking serious work done on that hair to make sure it flows like it does. In many ways, the hair of Patrick Mahomes is part of his brand. It's easily one of the big reasons he got signed by Head & Shoulders. So you can bet he goes and gets it taken care of, so that it always looks stylish. So what do you think? What do you think about the things that Patrick Mahomes spends his millions on? Are you surprised with some of the things that he has purchased or hasn't purchased? Which of these things do you wish you could have? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching Lux, the channel dedicated to all things rich and luxurious. If you like this video, make sure you check out some of our other videos, and to be notified when we release new videos. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Until next time.